Hello, hello. Well, I'm glad that we have audio this time. I'm doing the stream because obviously it was supposed to be yesterday, but unfortunately, yesterday I had a headache, so around the stream time I was just napping because I couldn't do anything else. I was trying to watch an anime, and there was this one character who was screaming, and it was like every time they were screaming, it felt like my brain was being attacked by some psychic force. So those are the ones that we cannot continue because we need to continue Yumiko Shiki's. And to give a quick summary of what happened previously was we stopped the curse of the raging waves and we thought, okay, it's all good, it's all done. But that's not what happened because someone is still using the other curse of the samurai to kill, and Mr. Japanese Patrick Bateman is back now. He can get on the island, so it's possible that the curse was stopping him from entering the island, and he wasn't scared of boats like he claimed to. And now we need to figure out what's up, what's going on, why is this happening. And also, I'll have to use my gamepad. Well, no, the other way around. I will not be able to use my gamepad because I cannot find batteries for it. Oh wait, they actually turn on. Well, I was about to say that I will have to use my keyboard because I cannot find new batteries, but it seems to be working, so we'll just use it for as long as we can. So now the chapter intentions. Kippei Ikoma is the prime suspect behind Yamashina's death, and also the skeletons on the seabed. Having asked Cersei and the others to search for him, Yumeko hears what they have to tell her. Yeah, Abby tried to confront him and he was just gaslighting them, so I don't think that was very fruitful. But let's see. We're still in Kamishima. That's so pretty. Let me just move the mic a little. I hope it's not disturbing much. I see. So we can be certain that Kippei Ikoma is on Kamishima right now? Yep, no doubt about it. From what I gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs that someone landed a boat in the gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Ikoma. So he's come, like a moth to the flame. Ma'am, that sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you. No, I think since she's a mermaid, she might be harboring some not very cordial feelings towards Ikama. The darkened townscape stretches out before us, silent and still. I had thought lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it return to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming over Kamishima won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. I hope he will not do the jump scare on us. And I'm looking for any possible stickers. Well, it looks peaceful enough. And it looks really pretty like this. Just imagine, like, it just makes me think about, how the stars are super visible in places like that, and obviously if you live in the city, that's not a sight that you see often. Despite the strength of her abilities, Cersei's still a child. I was worried about keeping her up so late. But apparently exorcists do most of their work at night, so she actually starts feeling more energetic around this time. Oh no, her sleep schedule is all messed up. Is it just me, or is this industry something of a bad influence? It is. Especially since you're just going to be in danger a lot of the time. Avi has ended up being quite the key figure in all this, although I doubt that was his intention at all. Those driven by their dreams rather than profit do have a tendency to drag in everyone else with them in their wake, for better or for worse. I suppose that's a bit rich coming from me, though. Okay, I don't see any stickers. And any Kipeikomas lurking in darkness. I've worked with Soto for a long time now, but I don't think I've ever seen him sleep unguarded in front of others. He's used to sleeping outside too. I wonder what his day-to-day life is normally like. Well, you should talk more. No, I don't see any stickers. Well, we can always come back if we need to. I do remember that we still have a sticker somewhere in the cave. Or did we pick that? I think we picked that one up. Well, I can always check later. When did you find the time to go around getting information from the islanders, Soto? Oh yes, I took advantage of our rest break earlier to make a few inquiries. I appreciate the hard work, but shouldn't you have taken the time to rest? Stopping to take a breather every now and then is important too. She's being such a mum. I'm afraid that's a bit difficult in this line of work. A single moment of complacency could prove fatal. Sometimes I really do wonder if we live in the same world. Since when was society so violent? Just make sure to rest when you can, alright? Don't push yourself too hard. That applies to everyone. Not only in the game. No need to worry, I'll be sure to get enough rest. Thank you for your concern. We do live in a society. Why would Ikoma have come all the way to Kamishima? There's a good chance he was responsible for Yamashina's murder too. We'll have to tread carefully. It really has been one thing after another with this case. I'm getting pretty worn out. Well, I feel like we're closer to the end than farther at this point. I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still on Kamishima. Oh well, we were having so much fun sightseeing. Time just got away from us. You were sightseeing the whole time? I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain. Okay, this is the same thing, so I guess we still need to focus on talking to Avi. Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Ikoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on our end. We could hardly believe our ears either, to think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Ikoma as they suspect in his murder. Talk about a bombshell. Yeah, it was a real surprise. And you say that Ikoma seemed to have no idea about either the curse stones or what Kikuko Tsutsui was planning? That's right, swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. I think he's just a male manipulator. It's entirely possible he's just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself. We have no proof of his crimes, after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing, and our hands are tied. Exactly. Still, there's a warrant out for his arrest now, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with it? It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move. Still, with Soto and Cersei here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worse comes to worse, surely you two could restrain him by force. Well, we probably could deal with most things, except for the actual curse, because it strikes so fast. But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless. Right. I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be. By the way, is it true that Mr. Ikoma can use curses without a curse stone? What? Based on what we've heard of the scene on Misty Yamashina's murder, I think we have to conclude that he can. Oh, that's why. So it is possible. What does your assistant over there think? Oh, good idea. Let's see what Soda has to say. Okay, this is the same thing. I'm just trying to see if there's any other dialogue before I go to the actual person I need to speak to. Did you see where Ikoma headed after you parted ways with him? Sorry, I don't really remember. But if he chartered a boat to get here and stopped it in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if he hung around there? Yeah, but you don't know how much damage he's going to do. Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out of the way, we would struggle to find it in this darkness. That's true. Well, if you really get stuck, I should be able to find out where he is using dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot. I thought your target had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it. That's right, but he said himself he had some spirit sense. And he has a pretty unique aura too. I think it would work. That would be a huge help. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, at least we have some options. We're not 100% clueless and helpless. You know, I still find it hard to believe that young man would be capable of such a foul crime. Oh, Avi, you're so gullible. Heartless, the lot of you. You won't even consider the possibility this is all one big misunderstanding. Well, I feel like the evidence just keeps piling up. Okay, this is this again. What about my green vision? Oh, the green... I forgot that green vision actually helps with the stickers because they start to really stand out. But... well, nothing, I guess. What am I thinking about? Okay, this is the same thing. Sora, how likely is it that Ikoma could use that curse without a spirit stone? Oh, yes, about that. The curse from the first game. There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be able to do so with a curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though. Not at all. What if he is... No, he can't be. I wanted to say for a second, like, what if he is the psychic Wakamura is speaking to? But I think they said previously that they found him. So I don't think that could be the same person. My thoughts exactly. I see. Though, if I were to speculate... Oh, so there is something? Curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse. Oh, so he should be able to do it because of his heritage? I see, I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, eh? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve. I suppose it is a bit unlikely Ikoma would have access to a curse like that. No, quite the opposite, Avi. Because of the resentment of the clan going into decline. Isn't that the point of this curse? This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one allows even amateurs to use highly potent curses. You heard that just now, I hope. Yes, I'm sorry already. Okay, no Ikoma rounds, please. No Ikoma rounds. So the work you wanted us to handle is all done now, right? Yes, it is. Thank you for your cooperation. But I'd appreciate if you could help us out a bit more, so I won't be letting you go just yet. Aww. Still, something doesn't sit quite right with me about all this. Ikoma must have known it would be harder to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk? His ex-GF / situationship. Oh, I can shine some light on that actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl called Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her too. Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami? Oh, you know her then? We do. A girl with quite unique circumstances, to be sure. Could that be why Ikoma is looking for her? But what is he planning? So chances are high Ikoma is still looking for Sato then. If so, it would be in our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in a good position to bargain with him. Agreed. We should try to... Oh no. Is something wrong? You said that Ikoma arrived on this island before sundown, yes? We did indeed. If he's really that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. Finding a single girl on a small island like this shouldn't be difficult. All he would have to do is ask around, no? You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles all this time. Oh shit, no. Maybe he isn't looking for her that seriously after all, or he had some other business he wanted to take care of first, or... You there! I finally found you! And who do we have here? If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shotaro. You're from the police, right? You've got to help me. My old man, he's... Mr. Wakamura? Has something happened to him? What? Mr. Wakamura was found cut down in his own home? You're not saying... The clinic's doctor is taking a look now, but I saw the wound. There's no way he could have survived that. I tried to call the police, but Yusa Minakuchi told me to come get you instead. I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there right away. Ma'am, given the timing, can we assume this is Ikoma's handiwork? Yes. Chances are high. Yes. If you don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called Ikoma drop by your house at all? What? Ikoma? You're saying he's the one who killed my old man? Calm down. You know him, then? He's in his 20s and is wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age. They're just frying him, even now. Yes, that's him! I met him earlier today! You met him? When? Today, just before sunset, a man I'd never seen before came up to me. He said he was head of an event company and had come here to get information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Ikoma. What? He gave you his business card? Yeah, what about it? And he said he was here to gather information? What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami? Wait, Sato? You're saying Sato has something to do with that guy? Alright everyone, I'm going to head to the Wakamura house with Shotaro here. Shoto, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Cersei, and Ari. Find her before Ikoma does and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you. Understood. Wait, we have to help out too? Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better. Bro, this is serious. Now, Shotaro, lead the way. No, he's there! Ah! He's already there! Also, tell him to throw out the business card. Right. He's there! Wait, over there! That's him, Ikoma! What? No, can I leave, please? I'm going to use my vision ability to confirm if he's immortal. What's Ikoma doing here? It seems he hasn't noticed us yet. Should we make our move now, or should we let him go for now to get a better idea of what he's up to? No, first things first. I have to see whether my suspicions are correct. Yes, exactly. He is. This aura. I knew it. Ma'am, is he? There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He noticed us. He's running away. Get his ass. Ma'am, should I give chase? Please do follow him and find out where he's headed. On it. Don't be reckless. Keep your guard up and be careful. It looks like we have a change of plan. Cersei, Abby, you're coming with me. Let's go. they just act like it's like a minor inconvenience. Like, geez, we have to do it. Bro, help! You see it's serious. Okay, and now we're continuing Sato's storyline. Real name. Sato hides in the Kantekisha ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone. Oh, no, no, no. We have to save her. Who might you be? Oh, no! No, this is so fucked up. It sure was a hassle to get out here. Looks like I made it just in time. Huh? You aren't an easy one to find, you know, but at last we finally get to meet again, my dear Osato. Can you please answer my question? Who are you? Are you being serious? This isn't one of your usual silly acts. Come on now, really? You forgot me after what, just 400 years? That stings, you know? Oh my god, this is the clingy ex situation. Oh. 400 years? Bro, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The Kantekisho ruins are even quieter than usual. Only the rustle of trees and the murmur of waves fill the air. I'm just looking for a sticker. I love this angle. Okay, so I know this guy claims to be Kippei Ikoma, who is apparently another 800-year immortal. But that's not the real issue. I need to know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's about to just come out and tell me. Looks like he enjoys being cryptic. Though I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a huge clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? If I push a little, maybe I can draw it out. But man, did I really come across as that spaced out even back then? Oof. So you're saying that you know me from 400 years ago? Well, we never met directly then. I can hardly believe it. He's getting closer. That's what I said! Who would have thought my dear Osato was Princess Hatsune all along? How do you know I used to be called Hatsune Miku? Back then, 400 years ago, I never realized it was you. So sorry about that. Huh? He knew about me? And the story goes that Princess Hatsune was offered up to hold down the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there, huh? Who knew immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff. Brings a tear to my eye. Not really. There wasn't any other choice, and I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent? Well, it turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back. I just told you to stop. Wait a second, the resentment you bore? Thanks to that, ever since then, anytime I got near Taishima's waters, a raging storm would well up, every time. I've tried countless times over these 400 years, but each and every time my ship went under, I've had my fair share of trouble too, you know? But then that would make you the Raging Waves curse bearer. Alright, so I guess I ended up becoming quite the legend here on Kamishima, didn't I? There's only one person you could really be then. Okay, they will probably ask me to type. So, let me read. Person accused, yes, was shunned. Tomoshika. So is he Taira no Tomoshika or? But he's like, I didn't know you then. What about the story of Princess Hatsune Miku? Okay. Cookie. Sumitaka's daughter, Princess Hatsune, was a member of an enemy clan. I don't think that changes anything, right? I think he's still from the Heike. Wait. I think we can just still say, okay, you're Tomoshika, right? No, wait. I'm just reading because I feel like they're going to ask me a question and I don't want to mess up. Okay, Tomoshika. Oh, sounds like you finally remember me. Although centuries have passed, would you be so kind to address me once again? Come, call me by my real name once more. Right, the files from the past. Wait, can I? How do I enter the name? Tomo. That's not how you pronounce. How you spell it? Tomoshige? What? Then you're Taira no Tomoshige of the Taira clan from 800 years ago? Oh wait, am I wrong? Huh, didn't think you'd get it so quickly. You always did manage to surprise the hell out of me. I was gonna ease you into it step by step, but the truth sink in nice and slow. Huh? Ah, screw it, you nail it. Bingo. Whew! I just, like, we knew that, but I just wanted to confirm so I wouldn't get embarrassed. He was expecting me to get it wrong, yeah, that's true. Glad you actually remembered, even if it took way too long. Welcome back, Osato of Kusawa. Wait, Kusawa? Now she's having flashbacks. That's right! Oh. You have an update. Let's see. Okay. Aftermath. After that, there were none who saw Tomoshige again, and he faded from memory without ever leaving his mark on the pages of history. At around the same time, Kusawa village found itself in an uproar following the return of Sato, who had been employed in the service of the Heike. However, after it was discovered that she had somehow become immortal, she was shunned by the other villagers, who found her newfound state unsettling, and she soon left the village for parts unknown. A fragmented version of these events would go on to be passed down orally, eventually becoming one of the Yao Bikuni legends told to this day. It's all coming together. And now the invasion of Taishima. Princess Hatsune. So, his adopted daughter, Princess Hatsune, was also living in hiding on Taishima at the time for other reasons. So it was after she became immortal and she had to leave her original village because she was shunned there. Let's see. Where's that? Is this the new part? Okay, I think those two are the new parts. The truth of Princess Hatsune. Having eaten the flesh of a mermaid and becoming an 800-year immortal, Sato spent years wandering across Japan. Eventually, with the help of the Onmyoji Tsuchimikado Harukage, a descendant of one of her former benefactors, she made her way to Taishima, an island rumored to be home to mermaids, and began to live there quietly. The islanders, duty-bound to protect the mermaids and the entrance to Ryugu, were accepting of her and her circumstances, and Sato was finally able to gain the peaceful life she had been searching for. Having changed her name many times during her years of wandering, she was going by Hatsune at the time. After she had spent some time there, Koki Sumitaka, under whose jurisdiction Taishima fell, grew fond of her and took her in as his adopted daughter. Initially unaware of her true identity, Sumitaka eventually discovered her immortality, but even so, continued to treat her the same as he always had, and Sato came to trust him as well. Following the invasion of Taishima, Sato sacrificed herself in order to quell the curse of the raging waves, with Harukage's ritual causing her to fall into a deep sleep within the sacred land at the bottom of the sea. The seal on the sacred land was said to break 400 years later, which was in fact to awaken Sato from her slumber. Let me take a quick sip of water. Oh! Whoops! I hope that wasn't too loud. Komatsu Sadamune, the vassal who goaded Kuki Yoshitaka into invading Taishima, was in fact Tyrant Tomoshige. Okay, now it's all who had eaten mermaid flesh and gained unnatural longevity. Unable to let go of his dream of reviving the Taira clan even after 400 years, he caught wind of rumors of mermaids being worshipped on Taishima and infiltrated the Kuki navy under the name Komatsu Sadamune, plotting to uncover the sacred land. However, his rash and impulsive destruction of the sacred land ended up triggering the curse of the raging waves, and his plan ultimately ended in failure. Although caught up in the sinking of Taishima, Tomoshige could not die and was swept away by the sea to an unknown fate. He never directly met Princess Hatsune, and as such the two remained unaware of each other's existence. That's crazy though, like after 400 years, they just like lost track of each other since that whole situation on the boat. And then they were on the opposite sides. It's crazy how it's all like coming together. I remember now, everything's coming back to me. You're Lord Tomoshige. I've waited long for this moment, Osato. You're telling me you became an 800-year immortal as well? I can't believe it. Indeed, I ate mermaid flesh to become an 800-year immortal just before you did. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Heike name to glory. We found one, sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing we had both become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives. I never knew. I thought I was the only one left. I spent all these years thinking I was the only one the only one. You and me both, Osato. It truly is a miracle that we were able to meet like this once again. Listen, Osato, you know this would have been like so romantic if he weren't the guy killing people. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Heike clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment, I've carried all of it with me in this body. They screamed at me, "You'll finish what we couldn't! That's why you're immortal, damn it!" Their voices never stopped, centuries of the family's rage clawing at my skull, every day, every night. Even so, nothing ever worked, but I knew I couldn't just give up. How are you trying to do that, like, as an event planner? That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades, centuries, building and twisting inside me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse, something I could control, wield. Curse born from that obsession. The bronze mirror I carried absorbed that same resentment, and over time it transformed into a curse stone. So your goal was to use the power of that curse and the flesh of a mermaid to restore the Heike clan? What? Indeed, how would he do that? That vow was all I had left. It was the one thing that kept me crawling through these 800 years of hell. I sucked up to people in power and gathered followers, all so I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality and curses on my side, it was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, power was always out of reach. The path to reclaiming the Heike name was always filled with peril. There was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted, damn it! He's such a boy failure. Before I knew it, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. I just don't have the power or the time to rule this goddamn new age. Fuck it all! And so, here we are. Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. But, you know, it's crazy, and sorry, I have to say it, it is pathetic that he was given full 800 years. Not like Sato. For her, 400 years were cut out, but he got 800 years, and he couldn't do anything worthwhile with it. Let that sink in. Also, what I dropped before was my coaster, so the water did not explode. Yeah, 100 years of seething and like just being so inept. I'm sorry, but I was kind of thinking at some point, you know, when it comes to vampires and stuff, it's like people, you know, will say, oh, immortality, and you can go out in the sun. But like, unless you're super rich, it's like you're not going to make it. Because then imagine, like, you would still have to. Obviously, it's different because he's not a vampire. He can go outside during the day, but imagine like if you're not rich, then like you have so many constraints. So it's just another thing that like a lot of the stuff only benefits rich people. That's when something broke in me. All that was left was emptiness. 8 centuries and nothing to show for it. Just the truth that I achieved nothing. Yeah, exactly. Tell me, Osato, what the hell were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for? Unfortunately, the answer is nothing, Tomoshika. I can't say. When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved, like dying might actually finally set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Osato of Kusawa, were still alive on Kamishima, also as an 800-year mortal. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years. Whoa, aren't you exaggerating a little? Not at all. This is an 800-year-long miracle of fate, Osato, don't you see? Back then, when the Heike fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You were the only one who comforted me. When my final day comes, I wanted to be with you. That's the only thing I want now. If I can just have that, then maybe this was all worth something after all. This is again getting into like a romantic territory. Is he trying to like trick us? You understand, don't you? You must. But the curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Unkaku Dono. I used him to reach you and claim you for myself. Wait, hold on, this is getting a bit too much. What's so funny? Oh, Osato, you're blushing. You truly are so lovable. No need to act shy now. 800 years ago, we were bound by a vow of love. What? We were? I don't remember that. You kept the bronze mirror I gave you, did you not? That should be proven out. What? No, that's not what you think. Come now. We certainly took the long way around, you and I, but we finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is what our curse of immortality was all for. Our final, glorious crossing into the next world, together. No. I mean, yeah, it is the end, but you've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this cursed life finally ends. Come, Osato. Let's meet that day together. Let's finally be free of all this endless pain. It really is him, Lord Tomoshika. I remember him now. He was always just like this. All pride and vanity, puffed up with his own importance. The very image of an arrogant Heike. Then why did you fall for him? No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would, acting like that. Truth, Nuke. And still, part of me can't help but feel sorry for him. Yeah. I am Osato of Kusawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as a maid servant for the Bureau of Onmyo. That's where I first met Taira no Tomoshika. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of the Heike, the world spun into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. We ran from one hiding place to another, and I had no one to depend on but him. But those memories are so distant now. So distant, it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on a TV show last month. Yeah, you cannot just barge in after all this time and expect the feelings to stay the same. And now that I think about it, the only reason I kept that bronze mirror after the attack was because it was the one thing I had left when I washed ashore. It was the only clue to who I was. I held onto it out of loneliness, that's all. As a trace of a past I could barely remember. I'm afraid I never had even a shred of affection for Lord Tomoshika, even back then. So is he remembering it differently? Okay. Then what do we do? Oh my god. Well? Why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well as I do that our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. What are you hesitating for? Hey, Sato, say something! I'm talking to you nicely and you stand there like a fucking idiot? Wake up! Oh my god, he's so abusive. All you need to do is be grateful, come to my side, that's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic. Everything I thought about it that was maybe there was a shred of romantic and I felt sorry for him, that's just gone out of the window. But what if I refuse? Are you fucking kidding me? Refuse? After all these years? There's no refusal. Yes, there is. Fuck off, you're just clingy. She didn't even like you in the first place. You dare defy me? There was never even a fucking option. Yes, it is. I'll make it an option. Me. The disavowed spirit of Yuza. Come with me right now if you dare to say no again. I'll ensure you receive due punishment. I have harsher methods I can use. Harsher methods? I told you I can use a curse, remember? A curse targets a certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through. Nice and painful. But even if you use that to hurt me, well, Sato, he's not going to use that to hurt you, but your friends. If I just hold on until tomorrow, your time will run out. You'll never get what you want. Are you really that fucking dumb? Why would I use it on you? You're immortal. Exactly. Huh? Before I came here, I handed out dozens of business cards with the target pattern to people on the island. This is just a mirror situation all over again. You wouldn't. With just the flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. You get what I'm trying to tell you, right? You're holding the people here hostage? They're just insurance, a way to ensure you will come with me. In fact, that old man Wakamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first. What? You mean you kill him? So, what will you do? You have two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey and come with me quietly? Or let your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death and come with me only after you watch them die. No. I want to refuse, but the things are probably not being taken care of because he was handing out the business cards. So I feel like they're all going to die anyway, and I kind of want to see what happens. No, I can't. This is one thing I just can't do. Very well. I'll do as you wish, Lord Tomoshika. Finally came to your senses. I hate doing that, though. You think you could ever defy me? Should have known your place from the start, you worthless peasant. Oh my fucking god. That was never a love story. Never ever. I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to Tomoshiga's threats. Maybe, just maybe, there was still some way to fight his curse, but when those memories of a distant past came flooding back to me, fragments of a life long gone. And when I thought of this man who spent 800 years chasing one purpose with such stubborn, hopeless purity, something in me must have wavered. Before I knew it, I'd chosen to face the end together with this pitiful man, Tomoshiga. What? Did he... And so, before our time finally ran out, we sank to the bottom of Ise Bay, fading into foam upon the sea. That's so poetic. As the curse that had sustained us for 8 centuries at last began to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomoshika drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded away. A strange calm came over me then, as my consciousness began fading into nothingness. Ending for Taira no Tomoshiga's desire. Unforgivable decision. That ending was very peculiar in a sense that like it just brought so many conflicting feelings, because it seemed like very calm, but also we cannot say it's romantic because we know she doesn't really like him. But then there's also like this sense like, you know, pushing all this forced implied not real romance aside, he was the only person. Forgive me, I want to be able to spend the next 800 years with you. Okay. So what I was trying to say is that there was this sense of, obviously, like, he was the only person like she could do that with. He was the only person who lived exactly as long as she had, and his life was going to end at basically the same time. So that was the only person she could do that with. And this last part, after the credits, I think that was about Yuza. She said, "Forgive me, I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you." I think that's my speculation. I think that was about Yuza. I feel like they got close, and I feel like what she's trying to do, because she said, "I have stuff to do," was to try to become immortal again, reset the timer, and spend the time with Yuza. I don't know if it's romantic or not. Might be just, again, be like, you know, I know what it feels for you, so I'm going to try to extend my lifespan so that you will have someone to be with the whole time, because she didn't get that chance. That's my theory. And I don't know if that there's something romantic going on, or if that was just like her trying to spare him from the same fate she was subjected to, where she was, you know, shunned, and she had to go like all over the place, and she was lonely. She said she was lonely. I think that's my theory right now. So now let's try to refuse and see what happens. will probably lead us to some like bad routes, but there might be a way for us to either again get people to like get rid of the business cards, or a different way to stop him. Well, I'm glad that you think that I'm on the right path. Resume. Start from the end. He's so pathetic. Oh my god. But you know that even like fits with the person I compared him to, with being the Japanese Patrick Bateman, because obviously you have all the movie bros who just think, oh, he's so base, but like, especially if you read the book. I didn't go through the entire book, but I've read enough. But even if the movie, like, you turn out that he's actually kind of pathetic. He just thinks like he's a big businessman, man. And it's the same thing here, like, oh wow, I'm mortal, I'm doing all the plotting stuff, but then he's like so pathetic, and then he finds out that all his work, well, not he finds out, but like he's just basically going through the whole thing like 800 years and he has nothing to show for it, and then he's just clinging to the only thing that he knows, which is Sato. Even though, like, I also don't think after all this time he would have feelings for her. It's just clinging to the past. Okay, I'm not reading this because I've just read it. Yes, the curse, and now I'm going to refuse because I made a promise to use that. That's my theory. Flick your wrist. Well, my option, I'll do the opposite of what I did before. No, I still can't. I won't follow you. I refuse. What? You selfish little brat. But very well, I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Well, let's see. Okay, so now we have users. So now it seems like they're going to put a bunch of stuff here, and this is going to be like the final ending, when they're going to just be forever together. After discovering the corpse of Shinobu Wakamura, Yusa and Azami realize that the threat of the curses still remains. They meet up with Sato and Tsukasa and gather at the place of their childhood days to discuss what to do next. Okay, so that is before this. Okay. Let's see if we can guide Yusa to prevent the islanders from getting killed. What? You can't be serious. Old man Wakamura was murdered? Seemed that way. I called the police to look into it. It probably has something to do with the slashing curse. Is slashing curse a better name than the samurai curse that I'm using? That means whoever is causing the curse is on the island at this very moment. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I thought they already found the curse stone that was causing all this to happen. But it looks like we're not out of danger yet. This is too much. So the curse is still hanging around? How does it even happen? The Kantekisho at night. There's no sound other than the wind in the trees and the distant tide. But an anxious feeling grips my chest at the thought of what might lurk behind this stillness. Well, Kippei is out in the darkness, but at least I'm glad that, like, he wouldn't witness Tsukasa. Or the other way around, Tsukasa wouldn't witness him and his crash out. Okay, we don't have the night vision, so... I'm sure he's thinking about what to do next, about how to help everyone on the island. Sammy always worries about everyone else before he worries about himself. He really is a good guy. After finding Mr. Wakamura's mangled corpse, we called Shotaro straight away and asked him to inform Mrs. Shiki of the situation. With the crime scene under investigation, we made our way out here to find Tsukasa and Sato. I had a feeling that the killer's real target must be Sato. I needed to find her before the culprit did. Alright, because we still have the memories from me. We managed to gather everyone together, but I knew we wouldn't be able to relax until the killer was found. The question is, what do we do now? Will hiding here keep everyone safe? Ordinarily bright and cheerful, she says nothing as the darkness clouds her features. Even as she can't hide her concerns now that the situation has become so dire. I thought I could avoid speaking to her, but I don't know if I can hold back anymore. Okay. What is the recollection? Oh, it's back then. She hasn't seen the corpse for herself, so the reality of the situation still hasn't sunk in. I told her before that everything was going to be okay, so it's no wonder that she's shocked by this news. But what's this slashing curse business all about, Yuza? Oh, well, to be completely honest, someone planned to use that curse to commit a massacre today. What the hell? Who would do that? Don't worry, the culprit was caught this afternoon. The curse was targeting the symbol on the back of the Kameshimaru hand mirrors. Oh, I know the ones you're talking about. Yeah, so anyone with one of those mirrors would have been a potential target. Seriously, that's so scary. Oh, that's why Azami took everyone's hand mirrors this afternoon. I wonder if we can lead them into... Get rid of the business cards too. Just doing my part. But the police apparently found the curse stone that was used to release the curse. Things probably would have been fine even if I hadn't collected all the mirrors. It can't have been easy though. Thanks for doing that, Azami. Even if the police found some rock, a bunch of people were saved because of you. Well, when you put it like that, I feel like I really helped out. But just because there are no mirrors left doesn't mean we're free and clear, right? Yeah, I somehow doubt Mr. Wakamura had one of those hand mirrors. That means there might be other items with that symbol on them. Yes! How am I ever supposed to relax ever again? You think the police will find the culprit while we are hiding in here? I hope so. They're probably searching for him as we speak. Well, not searching good enough. Hey, Yuza, I got a question. What's up? Isn't that slashing curse the thing Kikuko tried to use? But she was arrested, right? You don't think she's trying again, do you? Well, I think it's a possibility, yes. But we should probably avoid mentioning her to the others unless we can prove she's involved. You're right. We don't want to scare them any more than we already have. Hey, what are you two whispering about over there? Just some rumors. We don't want to spread stuff we don't actually know is true. Well, at least they're not lying to him. Oh, well, now I'm even more curious. Do you think Tsukasa realized Kikuko might be a suspect in the Hanamura thing? Yeah, she might have. But I don't think she'll say anything even if she has. You're probably right. I think she gets why we aren't naming names. I'm talking to you, Sato. Are you talking to me? What? Actually, maybe you should be... There's a chance the culprit is after you after all, so stay alert. Now I'm even more scared. Wait, really? Why would they be after Sato? Well, it just seems to me like that would be the case. Huh? Yusa, do you know something we don't? Well, yeah, I can't keep anything hidden from you, so I might as well come out and say it. The truth is, Satoshi Ranami here ate mermaid flesh a long time ago and is now an immortal a girl. Well, that's not how I imagine bringing this up. Wait, what? Seriously? And how did you already know that, Yusa? Was that part of the Tomokazuki vision too? Yeah, something like that. Hold up, wait, I'm not following any of this. You had a Tomokazuki vision? What does it even mean? Tsukasa is like clueless, like no one is filling her in. She's always finding out last about stuff. Yeah, this is a lot to take in. I guess now's a good time to explain everything. She's like, I too am in this visual novel. Please provide all this information to me as well. What? You ran into Tomokazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision of a different future? What? Sato ate mermaid flesh and became immortal hundreds of years ago? Yeah, the whole thing is pretty bizarre. Funny world we live in, huh? After this, I don't think I can deny any supernatural mystery or occult conspiracy theory ever again. You're really taking all this well, Yuza. This is the wildest thing I've heard all day. All day? And Sato, I always thought you were a little different, but I didn't realize you were straight out of the history books. Yeah, sorry about deceiving you. No, I seriously had no idea. You fit into the modern era so effortlessly. Well, I watched a lot of TV to learn how to fit in. I love TV. Oh, I get it now. The Tomokazuki is also why you knew about the hand mirrors, right? Exactly. That's why I secretly enlisted Izami's help. I have to thank you again for that, Izami. None of this would have worked out if you hadn't trusted me. I was pretty unconvinced at first, but you were so uncharacteristically serious that I didn't have a choice. Yeah, I really learned an important lesson. The more you joke around, the less likely people are to believe you when you need them to. You wouldn't be you if you weren't messing around. I don't think you need to change a thing. I mean, I might have learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean I was planning on changing. That's the spirit, never change, man. Anyway, on a more serious note, Isetta is probably being targeted because she's immortal, right? That's totally gotta be it. There's also the thing we found out earlier. Old man was Wakamura was close to some rich guy called Unkakudono. He said he'd break the curse of the raging waves, but only if Wakamura handed over Sato. That's right. Mr. Wakamura said it was to protect the islanders. Seriously? I can't believe I didn't notice all this happening. Wait, didn't Hughes already break the curse of the raging waves? So there's no need to give Sato to anyone, right? That's true, but things might be worse now. That rich guy might resort to some more drastic measures. Oh, that's a good point. Oh. Okay, I think I've got a better grasp of what's going on. If Sato's really being targeted, we have to do whatever we can to protect her. I agree. We should probably stay up here for a while so no one finds us. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, but this would be all over if I just gave myself up. Not a chance. I'm not about to let you do anything like that. You have no idea what they'll do to you. She's right. We don't let anything happen to you, Sato. What's that? I think someone's outside. This is bad. Someone's coming. Really? Sato, hide. Quick. No, wait. I think I know him. So this is where you've been hiding. You really gave us a fright. You're Mrs. Shiki's assistant, right? Yeah, my name is Soto Kiryu. Are you alright, Miss Furanami? Oh, yes. Okay, so if we... So if he managed to come here and his job was to find Sato, does that reframe Sato's episode? Is that if she refuses, maybe they're all like waiting outside and they're like setting up an ambush on Kippei. What do you mean less evil? He's not evil. I would hope so, because like, why else he would show up if he's not going to make anything better? A man who wishes to harm Miss Shiranami is heading this way. We have very little time. Wait, what? They really are after Sato? It is likely the same person who murdered Mr. Wakamura. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. Okay, is there anything we can do? The appearance of a competent ally eased the tension in the room. However, a very real threat is now making its way towards us. And there are no stickies. Now that an expert in the occult has arrived, she seems a bit calmer. I could really use her brains right now, but I don't want to put too much on her. Okay, why do I not get a tick that I use this option if it's just going to be the same option? If the murderer is coming for us, shouldn't we hurry up and get out of here? It might be a good idea to exchange all the information we have so we can be as prepared as possible. Yeah, good point. If we want to protect ourselves, I guess we need to think up a plan sooner than later. Okay, it's again the same. Why is it not giving me the tick? I don't know. I shouldn't stare too much. I might get in trouble again. He seems into her. Huh? What? No, it's nothing, but you don't have to jump like that when I talk to you. Also, like, why is she acting that way? Is she also, like, into him but shy? I don't know. As soon as he heard that someone was coming, he moved right to the front of the room. He might be the strongest one here, but I hope he doesn't do anything reckless. Hold on a second. Mr. Kiryu, how did you find out where we were before the murderer did? Referring to a map, I realized that the path he was taking led only one direction. He was either intending to arrive at the lighthouse or these ruins, so I took a shortcut through the mountains to get ahead of him. There was no one in the lighthouse, so I came here next. Wait, you somehow got ahead of him even though you went on a path in the dark? Those geta you're wearing can't be easy to hike in either, not to mention the fact that you went all the way to the lighthouse before coming here. As I once trained as an itinerant Buddhist monk, I need only the stars to guide my feet. That's amazing! Even we have to be careful at night, and we know these trails pretty well. And yeah, that seems a bit suspicious. I guess psychics have inhuman physical strength too, huh? Well, I tend to push through difficulties with sheer force of will. That might make me somewhat unique. However, enhancing one's spirit sense does also sharpen the 5 normal senses, making it easier to move about. So that's how you got here so fast. The man heading this way is one Kippei Ikoma. He has come from the mainland. According to Mrs. Shiki, he's an 800-year immortal. What? An immortal? Seriously? Another immortal like Sato? Ah, it would seem that you are all aware of Miss Shiranami's condition. It seems like almost everyone knows by this point. I see. But if he's already immortal, what does he want with Sato? That remains unclear. But perhaps Miss Shiranami could shed some light on the issue. Do you know anything about this man Ikoma? No, nothing. In fact, we thought we were being hunted by someone working for a person named Unkakudono. That is correct. Ikoma was indeed one of Unkakudono's subordinates. I knew it! Did you say was? You mean he doesn't work for Unkakudono anymore? Yes, Unkakudono, or rather Yoshiatsu Yamashina, was found dead in his home earlier today. Now Tsukasa is going to find out that her dad was Unkakudono. He was apparently murdered by a curse inflicted by Ikoma in precisely the same manner as Mr. Wakamura was killed. What? Yamashina? Okay, she's putting the pieces together slowly. That means he can't be looking for Sato on Ukakudono's behalf. Just so. And that makes his motive for seeking Miss Shiranami entirely unclear. She's thinking. Is Tsukasa okay? Looks like something's bothering her, but I should let her bring it up on her own terms. Huh? No way! Unkakudono was Yamashina? My dad. Tsukasa, what's the matter? He's dead? No, that can't be true. Okay, she needs time. When I first met him, he seemed like a pretty level-headed man, if a little scary. But it's definitely nice to have a psychic around when you're being targeted by a deadly curse. Is it possible that this Ikoma person can use curses without a curse stone? That does appear to be the case. And yet, very few people would be capable of wielding a curse powerful enough to inflict mortal wounds without assistance. Is there any chance he stole back his curse stone? No. The curse stone for the curse of Tomoshika is in my possession. In fact, I have it with me now. That bronze mirror is a curse stone? Indeed. This is a separate artifact from the still-tight mirror. It is interesting, however, that both relics were made of bronze mirrors. That mirror! I'm pretty sure it belonged to Taira no Tomoshika. What? How could you know that? Well... Huh? I believe I understand. Yes, it is all clear now. Considering all the information I've gathered thus far, there is a distinct possibility that Kippei Ikoma has actually lived for 800 years and is none other than Taira no Tomoshika. Indeed, 800 years is certainly enough time to accumulate the resentment needed to create a curse. But how could anyone have held fast to such enmity for centuries? And of course, as the sole inheritor of the entire clan's resentment, the depths of his malice would be overwhelming. Wait, what? I don't get it. What are you saying? There is no time, so I'll give a brief synopsis. We can discuss it in depth at a later date. Okay, let's hear it. All current evidence indicates that the man who is searching for Miss Shiranami, Kippei Ikoma, has been alive for over 800 years. He was known as Taira no Tomoshika during the Heian period, when he likely became an 800-year immortal. And we can assume he gained the ability to wield a curse that launches a slashing attack at a certain symbol via his clan's accumulated resentment. Launches an attack at a certain symbol? So you're saying that symbol was on the mirrors too? That is my current supposition. It would be the same power as that contained within a curse stone. Using that curse power, Ikoma murdered his ally Unkakudono and then proceeded to kill Mr. Wakamura. What a monster. Can't you use your powers to stop him or something? It isn't impossible, but I believe it would be unwise to provoke him any further at the moment. Is there something else we should be worried about? Well, it appears he passed out business cards with the curse symbol written on them to a number of the island residents. He encouraged people to keep them in their pockets, so there is no telling how many people are currently carrying one. Shit. Seriously? Even if the curse has an activation range, as long as he's on the island, we have to assume that all those people are at risk. Then he can kill as many people as he wants, whenever he wants. Holy shit, that's insane! We definitely shouldn't provoke him then. the entire island has been taken hostage. Until we do something to remedy the situation, we cannot move against him. What can we even do? We don't have time to find everyone who has a business card right now. Oh, why don't we use the island PA system to tell everyone to throw out the cards? It's possible that Ikoma would hear the broadcast and use the curse before anyone could react. Damn. Yes, I guess that might push him over the edge. There's just not enough time to do anything else. I might have something. Why don't I meet with Ikoma to buy us some time? If I'm the one he's after, I bet he won't curse anyone while I'm talking with him. Yes. No way, that's too dangerous. Don't worry, I'm an immortal girl, so nothing can happen to me. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to get him to reveal his intentions, or even find some way to end all this. Mr. Kirio, this might be the best way to buy us some more time. I'm afraid we have little choice, but you must avoid inciting his anger at all cost. I understand. Do not reveal that you know his true identity either, and try to keep him talking for as long as possible. Okay, so we are supposed to not not pass the test. That's crazy. Don't worry, I'm very good at feigning ignorance. You can call me Deadpan Mac Poker Face. Nice to meet you, Deadpan. Okay, we'll stay hidden up here for now. Sato, please be careful. I'm going to be as careful as I can be, trust me. We'll find some way to deal with the curse. Just don't let Ikoma do anything to you. I know, I believe in you guys. Let's see what their plan is. Mrs. Shiranami is waiting for Ikoma downstairs. There's no sign of him yet, but it's only a matter of time before he arrives. We need to do something about the business cards while she's keeping him busy. Yes, if I go alone, I should be able to make it back to town fairly quickly. You think we can ask people in town for help? Yes, Miss Shiki and the others are coming this way, so I should be able to meet them en route. Okay, then we don't have to go it alone. We can ask them for help if need be. What about the two foreigners? They're with Miss Shiki too, right? I wasn't aware you knew of them, but yes, they are. Huh? You mean those two tourists? What are they doing with her? The girl is a psychic. She may be able to offer assistance. Well, really? Hmm. The mountains of Kamishima are shrouded in darkness. At this very moment, a man named Ikoma is approaching along this path. I doubt he'll be able to find us up here on the roof, but we still need to do something. True. Let's fucking go. Okay, so we're only missing one in the sanctuary. Can do toucan. Asami's trying his best to think of a way to stop the curse too. It's nice to know I'm not dealing with all this alone. Just realizing that gives me hope. Can I make sure I'm on the right page about the curse and its conditions and all that? Sure. Okay, so Ikoma has a curse that uses a certain symbol as a target for a slashing attack, right? And we're in a bad way because he gave a bunch of people business cards with this symbol on it. Yes, he can kill the islanders whenever he wants. Okay, and now we don't have time to collect them all, and if we make an announcement about the cards, Ikoma will hear it and use the curse. So what are we supposed to do here? We don't have any time. Yeah, that's the problem. Our only way out of this is a supernatural solution. I wonder what kind of abilities a professional psychic has. I think she has an idea. She's a smart girl. She's racking her brain to think of a way to deal with the curse. Now that I think about it, Tsukasa reacted oddly to that information earlier. I feel like I might have some idea what's going on with her because of the Tomokazuki's vision. Maybe I could use that somehow? Okay. Well, now, Yusa Minakuchi, it would seem you have a plan? Not really. I mean, why would you ask me? Oh, I merely had a hunch. My intuition is telling me that you should look inside yourself for an answer. Inside myself? Do you mean... Okay, it's the same thing. This is it. Do or die time. I've been trying not to think about it, but ever since I met the Tomokazuki this afternoon, I can't help feeling like some all-knowing entity is somehow directing my movements. Yes, that's me. I'll refer to them as the Tomokazuki for now. Somehow being led along like this isn't an unpleasant feeling. It actually feels perfectly natural to just go along with it. If anything, the Tomokazuki's choices have helped us miraculously avoid many crises so far. That's why I feel like their knowledge will help us overcome this situation too. But maybe that's just wishful thinking? Still, I'm almost positive that Tomokazuki can hear what I'm thinking right now. Yes, I can. If they are listening, maybe they can give us a sign so we know what to do next. I somehow feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find an answer. Sorry, hold on a minute. The gears are all turning full tilt right now. What I know about everyone. That's a good question. Let's see. How do I give you a sign? Okay. The Feast of Shadows. Do we use a Feast of Shadows? How do I give you a sign? I wanted to talk to Tsukasa, but everyone's just thinking, what? Oh, well. I got it, I have a plan, probably. Really? Alright, Yusa. Yusa, before you tell us your idea, allow me to impart a warning. Okay? Whatever you tell us, I am going to trust your judgment and carry out your plan immediately. Ah, I'm scared. As things stand, we simply have no time to weigh the options or consider other avenues. Do you understand? You can only choose once, and there is no leeway for unnecessary steps. Wow, no pressure then. Now lay out the entire plan, who to ask and what to ask of them. Oh my lord. What to have them do? Oh my lord. Okay, stop. This is so complicated. Wait, what else can they do? What to have them do? Okay. Wait, what? Shikigami, okay. Oh my lord. Go diving, make calculations, use inheritance. What? Collect cards. Ike doesn't consult to pilot the boat. What? Go diving, fool around. Beg for mercy, flee to Tokyo. What? Crack a joke, dude. Use curse. Okay, what can she do? Console with husband. Do housework. Oh my lord. Okay, so I was thinking, wait, what abilities do Cersei have? Garden Spirit, Shikigami, and Dowsing. So, what if... No, I'm not checking this again. Garden Spirits. Negate certain psychic abilities. Piece of paper. I feel like we should do dowsing to look for the cards and use Feast of Shadows to make it stronger. Or maybe I'm just tweaking. What curse does he have now? This is so complicated. Let's see. What does use inheritance? What the f- And then you collect the cards. Negotiations. I don't know. There's like so many options. Like, what else do I need to do? Okay, I don't think I'm going to get this right first time. Use curse. What curse does he still have? The fish? But no one's in the water. Okay, let's try this. Very well, that's 3 in total. That's the plan. Alright, sounds like you need me in the case. If it'll help set things right, I'll do whatever I can. This is our last chance, let's keep it together. I will now go apprise the people, not hear as to what you need them to do. At the same time, I'll also fulfill my own role in the plan. Very well, I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Ikoma's curse should have no effect. What? You selfish little brat! But very well. I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Okay, so it actually probably doesn't matter if we not guess his name, because we're still back here. And so, Tomoshika's curse was unleashed. Shit! In an instant, several islanders carrying Kipei business cards collapsed and died. I didn't see it happen, but from the sound of his voice, I knew he wasn't bluffing. Oh, what have I done? I made the wrong choice. There was no way to fight the curse. I should have just done as Tomoshika said. Even if I went to the rooftop now and told those waiting there to warn the others to destroy the business cards, Tomoshika would likely never allow me to, and even if he did, in the time it'd take them to destroy the cards, he'd just keep pressing me for an answer, all while killing more and more people. There really was no way to fight him. I started thinking that if I gave in now, maybe I could still save a few lives. Before I knew it, I was saying the words out loud, telling that merciless man I'd obey, and begging him to stop, apologizing through my tears. And that's going to be the same end. Yeah. Yeah, we already got this. Oh! Yet as the darkness closed in on me, an endless burning hatred was inside me. I mean, yeah, because it was after he killed people, so I guess our feelings would have changed. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay. Well, that was our first try. And it seems like it just didn't work out. Maybe with the cards. Yes, forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you. Yeah, but now the thing is, like, if we are not able to just collect all the cards, then maybe like trying to collect the business cards is not the right way at all. It would have seemed things haven't quite turned out the way you hoped. Unable to stop the curse of Kippei Ikoma, or should I say Tyrant Tomoshika, he allowed more victims to fall to his curse. Okay, stop! Why are you so mean to me? In the end, Satoshi Hiranami had no choice but to perish alongside Tomoshika. Now then, what could have been done differently? It appears you chose the right people, but you also included a few unnecessary ones. That may have cost you precious time. Okay. Next time, it might be best to limit your choices to only those who are truly essential. In addition, if you think about what those business cards are made of, you might just find someone with the right kind of ability. And so, for now, this path has come to the end. You'll be returned to the story chart. Please select the chapter to try again. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Farewell for now. It really makes me think. Okay, I'm not doing the flashback where they fell in love. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he gave us a tip. Okay. So he said, so it's probably Shikigami into a butterfly who will return to the individual in question. But like, does she need to have all of them? Or do we just need the feast of, like, now, does he need to collect the cards? Or do we need the Feast of Shadow to, like, increase the range of it? Because I guess we're saying that it's not going to... Feasting it. I don't like the sound of that. Let's check. Very well, that's 2 in total. That's the plan. Right, sounds like a plan to me. I'm sure it's gonna work out. It's our last chance, let's keep it together. I will go apprise the people not here as to what she needs them to do. At the same time, I will also fulfill my own role in the plan. Yes, let's see. Okay, he's seething. Okay. What's going on? Okay, that means it was a good one. It was a good one. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. We can continue the story next time. Though. I kind of want to, but then like we will still have the flashback, and I feel like with the flashback with the conclusion might all be too much. Because that was from his perspective, you leave, and then from her. Let me just check the bird. An easygoing and affable member of the hoodlum band flews bristle beaks. He deftly carries out various tasks with his large beak. His conspicuous beak and strange way of flying tend to make him the target of rowdy birds looking to pick a fight, and it was during one of these altercations that Tit for Tat came to his rescue, leading to the two hanging out together. But we need to still find... Wait, what if we... what if we find the one sticker that was like in the cave? I will need your help because I'm going to be kind of blind here. I don't like this place. Okay, time to have a good look around. Okay. Let's start from those rocks here. I hope they're just not lying to me like, oh, it's not actually there. But to be fair, I guess the last time I was here, I was pretty scared, so I tried to look for the stickers, but I wouldn't say that was really my priority back then. I still don't like being here. Where's the sticker? I don't see anything. Huh. Where can it be? And who put it here? Okay, am I tweaking? Like, I'm not seeing anything. Where is it? I don't see anything. Deeper in the cave? The only thing that's deeper in the cave is... Hmm. Okay, I thought that was a secret. I don't know. Are you for real? No way, that's a mockingbird. How did it get down here? Maybe it's a kind of spirit being that appears in reaction to something. Wow, we got them. And they're so cute. I found all 20 mockingbirds. The mockingbird theater has been unlocked. You know what I want to try out? Stone archway, but nothing happens. What if I try offering the mirror? Okay, here goes nothing. Nothing happened. Did that do it? No, wait, I must have done something wrong. Well, that clearly didn't work. Maybe I should take another look around or something. Okay. I'm just trying. Yeah, I'm just trying things out because there could have been like other options. Yeah. What the heck is this? Can I die here? Okay, I don't think this is going to do anything. I was just thinking maybe there was a bad end in here. Yes, this is Hayasa. No, I shouldn't rush this. I've got to keep a cool head. Turn back. Okay, I don't think there's a bad ending for this. Then let's just leave this place. Let's just leave the situation. Yes, I'm aware I already did this. Our mockingbirds discovered! Driving Javas, the twin leaders of the Bamboo Breakers dance team. These sprightly sparrows charm everyone with their perfectly synced partner dances. Particular about keeping clean, they always set aside break time for baths, even during performances. The recent rise of junior member Tit for Tat had caught them off guard, and the two now view him as their rival in adorableness, something which Tit for Tat has not noticed at all. Yeah, they are so cute. Should I do the theater or should I keep it after we beat the game? What do you think? Because if we do the Mockingbird theater, this is going to be the last thing I'm going to do this stream. Because I have to head out. I don't know. I don't even know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's even going to be worth keeping for after the end of the game. Let's do it. Well, well, looks like the sun's shown his big, bright mug. Guess it's time then. Time to head to school! This little bird is tit for tat, a rough and tumble first year at Abe's Academy. His multiple acts of wanton, feather-plucking violence finally earned him a suspension that ended just yesterday. Any further trouble, roughhousing, truancy, or otherwise, is bound to spell his expulsion. Will Tit for Tat be able to rein in his short-tempered belligerence enough to make it to school without incident? Tit for Tat, just in time, here to give my tunes a listen? Well, if it ain't Blues Cruise, the best belter on the beach. I'd have to stay and listen, but I've got a whole tail feather today. No fear, it'll only take a minute of your time to hear my latest tunes. Fresh hatch too, what'd you say? New beats, you say? Now, this I gotta hear. Come on then, pour your soul out for me. Oh dear, it seems Tit for Tat has gotten distracted already. Will he really be able to get to school on time? 20 minutes later. What even is this? And that's wrap. Phew, what was that? 20 in course I called for? I couldn't help myself. Your passion for this beach skewered me through my little bird heart. Glad to hear it. This is a special spot for us ocean outlaws, you know. All you want is a place to stretch our wings and have a good time, but things have been a bit dicey on here lately. Huh? Trouble brewing in the neighborhood, is there? Some vicious little punks been tearing their way through everyone's turf recently. Folks are calling them the Savage Snowball. What? All that happened while I was stuck at home? What's this with that half-plucked excuse for a name? Don't you worry, old Arbatro's boss is a heart as big as his wingspan. I bet he sorted it out for us. Ha, it's nice to have good buddies to rely on. Wouldn't mind meeting the big bird myself sometime. Anyway, I gotta fly. I can't be late on my first day back. It's like, it's my first day in the bird school. I'm flying with a toast in my mouth. It seems Tit for Tat is finally on the road to school. His early rise means that he still has time to spare, but the clock is ticking. Good morning, Tit for Tat. Looking like your suspension is finally over, eh? If it ain't Tooting Teal from next door, what's got you out here so early, practicing your festival dance? It's sort of festival, Shelley. We're the step dancing stars, the bamboo breakers, and this pedestrian zone is our stage. I can't keep the voices consistent. Stop. Don't blame me when the other members get mad at you if you keep getting it wrong on purpose like that. Hold it right there. These perfectly synchronized shouts. Oh, I don't have anyone to shout with. It's the twin leaders of the bamboo breakers, the diving javas. Wait, also but he knows what's up. This trade was going to. We take the streets by storm. We get a secret treatment. I wasn't even clicking anything. They were just yapping. Tit for Tat, we challenge you to a dance-off. And if you win, you have to join the bamboo breakers. Well, I can't deny the strength of your passion. Get ready to kick up your heels. You've got yourself a dance-off. Your feather brains were talking so much the textbooks couldn't keep up. Who said you could run your beaks like that, huh? You want a fight? You've got one. Hope you're ready to be turned into pillow stuffing. Punks. Tit for Tat, you stop there right now. You can't afford to be late today, right? Leave these two to me and get to school. You're one tough bird, Tooting Teal. But I appreciate you looking so sensitive to me. I'll pay you back for this, I swear! Sure thing, let's go eat those pellets everyone's been talking about later. Wait, what about a sticker debut? Our hero suffered quite a holdup, but luckily no feathers ended up flying in the end. I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to find out if he's going to get to school. And now the school gates are straight ahead. Will he make it through them before the bell tolls? Tit for Tat, you're finally here. Little Blue, you've been waiting here for me this whole time? You were my best bud for a reason. You're seriously cutting it close though. Don't tell me you slept in on your first day back. Nope, I got up with the sun like a good early bird. Just had to go through a whole song and dance on the way, that's all. Just because you were an early bird doesn't mean you had time to spend catching worms, man. No time for worms today. I did snap on a few bugs along the way, though. Took about 20 minutes, but I gobbled them all up. You might as well have gone on for the worms at that rate. Anyway, let's get through the gates before they close. Come on. I've heard it up to my crust with this bird shit. We're settling for the biggest bird on the blockers, right here, right now.
Huh? What's all that about? Oh no, of all the birds! It's the leader of the ocean outlaws, the charismatic cruiser, Albatross Boss! And the leader of the rebels' roost, the action assassin, Don Heron! Why the two neighbors being shot squaring off over pecking order in front of our school?
Oh no, look at him. Oh no, he's swinging.
And right in the middle of our turf, tit for tat's gonna bust a gasket. Oh man, he's quivering with rage already. It's only a matter of time before he blows. Yeah, I'm only pulling you flippin', mate. Don't worry, I'm just gonna have a little talk with that. What? You want to talk things out? I heard that Albatross Boss is the understanding type, and besides, if I made feathers fly here, I wouldn't be able to flock together with my chums in Blue's bristle beaks anymore. Flying the roost and leaving your mates high and dry ain't what chums are about. Birds of a feather, that's us! Cool as a cassowary, that's our tit for tat, a bit much with the bird idioms, but still poignant.
I was willing to give you and your flighty frog a pass up to now, but you all act like you're the cock of the walk. I think it's time to show you ocean outlaws who really rule the roost around here.
Ready when you are, Don. Just say the word, and we'll clip the wings for good and all.
Rebels roost, more like rebels roost. The lost birds we found you impressive went to the way to the dodo years ago. Isn't that right, Bose?
Hey, you lot, how about you clear out? And go squawk at each other somewhere else. You're disrupting classes.
Who's that fireball?
Flangy! Hey, Flangy! The tits, do ya? Well, this bush tits had enough of your shit.
Oh man, his temper is as short as ever. He snapped like a twig with too much weight on it.
I'll tear out your feathers and decorate my nest with them. You'll make a black rat look pretty by the time I'm done with you.
Amazing. He torched through the local heavyweights like they were damn nesting material. This is just like Judge on the Speedwagon narrating this.
But it looks like it ended too quickly to cause an uproar. Come on, let's go before the teachers notice. Hey, those were some serious moves back there. Not that I'd expect anything less from the savage snowball himself. Huh? What's that you called me just now? The savage snowball, May. I wish I had a cool nickname like that too. Oh, snowball!
You're flying off the hand again! And so Tit for Tat's legendary rampage began. It lasted until well after the school day had ended. It ended up landing him a full-fledged expulsion from Ace Academy. The end! Oh my god, I can't be doing voices. I have like 3 voices and then I can't stay consistent with them. But that's the Mockingbird Theater, everyone. That's a good place to end this. Absolute cinema. I just feel bad for the little Blue. He wasn't just there as a support for his friends. Hope you have a good night or a good rest of your day. Enjoy, and we're going to pick it back up next week. Not the Mockingbird Theater, but we're going to stop Ikoma. And we might find out what's going on between Yuza and Sato. I may have a little bit of a hunch about this. So, take care.